You should not go into each interview the exact same. You should have different strategies for each interview that you go into based on the job role that you're applying to go into. So I'm going to talk about different questions that you could be asked, but bear that in mind. If you're going towards a Facebook marketing role compared to a LinkedIn marketing role, you want to change your CV, you want to change your cover letter, and you want to change your whole approach to tailor to that role you're applying to. Hiring managers are sitting there and they're trying to see how close of a match you are to someone who knows how to do the role. So you need to frame yourself as someone who does know how to do the role. My name's Keen. I owned a marketing business for 3 years and I sold that business. In that business, I hired marketers for my own business. I ran marketing for other companies in Ireland, and I also hired marketers for them. I've hired many different marketers, I've hired salespeople, and I've worked with over 200 Irish and UK businesses. So I know exactly what hiring managers are looking for. Over the last month, I've interviewed 20 different hiring managers to see how that's changed with AI. And I'm going to tell you, and I do tell you on this channel, exactly how to get hired and the steps to go and do that. As I mentioned, I was talking to these hiring managers about AI. That is a question that's coming up more and more often in the marketing space. So how are you currently using AI? Do you So you're going to want to come over to Claude. I have the app downloaded, but you can go on Google and use this for completely free. The whole thing is free. So go into Claude and you're going to talk to Claude about easy to use small tools that would be useful for a small to medium sized business in marketing. These are the options it gave me. So an AI content repurposing tool, I liked the idea of that. So showing in a blog post and getting some captions out of it, or repurposing any content that we had. A competitor ad tracking dashboard, and an SEO brief generator. I thought all three of them are pretty useful and companies could use them. So I said, let's make them three. So it made them for me. So I have these tools, so tool 1, tool 2, tool 3. So then I asked it, I want to stick this onto a website. So can you code that for me? And it built it out. It asked me for what my name is, what my current situation is, and any other sections that I wanted. And then here we are. So it built out this website for me. So perfect. So all I went into then was this section here, which is the code, and I copied the code. I then went over to Google. You were going to go to this website called lovable.dev, lovable.dev. And this is just a chatbot that helps you create websites through AI. So not only are you using this to create a website and showcasing your capabilities with, this is basically vibe coding. So you are showing that you can make websites with AI, but you're also going to show that you can implement tools onto them. So what you're going to do is you're going to talk to it and you're going to ask it to build you a website. And you're going to paste in the code that you got from Claude. This is just what I sent into it. Basically just saying that I wanted this to go toward the hiring manager and to showcase my ability with AI. And it builds out this for you. It's fully functional, everything is here, and you can scroll down and see the tools are here. You can then publish this for free and you'll get a link and you can give that to your hiring manager or the person interviewing you and go, yeah, I've actually built this out. It's a showcase of me with my name on it and it's showing the tools that I'm using at the minute. So then you can go in and let's say you wanted to use this one. So SEO brief generator, say HR advice company for gyms. Let's say that's something that you want to do and you're going towards gym owners. Create brief. And then it makes the brief for you. So you're showing that you can make a tool, put it on a website, create a website with AI. Very simply there, that could take you 10 minutes. Honestly, 10 to 15 minutes and you'll have that done. And you can use it as an about me of who you are and what your experience is so far on this website. So very easily there, you've answered the question of how are you using AI at the minute. I have a website, let me show you. and then you can show them the tools that you've built in here. So another question that's very common is tell me about yourself, or tell me about your experience and what kind of drew you to this role, or what drew you to marketing in general. That comes up in most interviews. It's quite a basic question. So make sure you have an answer prepared for this question. And I would drag from both your experience in work, college, and training, and make sure that it attaches and is similar to their job role, the skills that they're looking for from this position. Because they're just sitting there. You need to be thinking, what are they thinking? What are they looking for from this answer? And from this question, they're looking for an answer that attaches to the job role. Do they have experience in what we're looking for? Are they going to be able to do this job capably? Are they going to need more training once they come in? And you want to answer them questions. You want to make it look like you can come in and that you have the experience to run this job role without too much assistance elsewhere. And that's what they're looking for from this. So talk about yourself, talk about your experience, your work experience, do training and drag from that as well. The more experience you have to drag from, the better. And when you can look at training programs, especially like I'm in Ireland and I teach mostly Irish people, but if you're in the UK, you can change it to be in the UK. But in Ireland, we have respected training programs that employers hire from. So they'll know the name of the training program and they'll say, oh, I've heard of MarketSphere before. And then go, oh yeah, well, they've had X amount of people hired in the marketing space and they're seeming to become a reliable way for employers to pick candidates that are actually good for roles. So it's more of a respected route than college, because college is starting to lose authority in some ways. So have your experience ready and attach it to the job role. You may be asked what you think of the company's current social media. So it depends. Marketing is such a broad term that it's hard for me to kind of come up with questions that are going to apply to everyone. But they're going to ask if you're going for a LinkedIn role, a Meta role, a Google role, whatever role they're going to go for. They're going to go, what do you think of our current Meta ads? What do you think of our current Google ads? What do you think of our current social media, our current LinkedIn? So they're going to ask you, or they could ask you, what you think of their current role and have you looked at any competitors? So you should be prepared for this, and this is how you're going to prepare for it. So if you're looking at paid ads and that's the route you're going down, there's ad libraries for most platforms. So for Facebook, you can come into this ad library, you can put in your country, you can put in the category, which is normally all categories, and then search the company. So for example, we just have this one. You can come in and see the ads that are being run, the descriptions that are had, music that's being used, copy, all of that, call to actions, etc. And you can also click on it and see where it brings you, so what the landing page looks like as well. And you can do your analysis that way. There's also Google, I think it's called Google Transparency. And you can go in there and have a look at Google ads. TikTok have one, so for paid ads, there's ad libraries for all of them. Now, if you want to just look at their normal social media, you can just go. It's obviously all public. You can go and take a look at that. And what I would do if I were you is firstly go through the whole platform and see what ads they have up and note down what you like, what you dislike, what you would change, and your recommendations. And then after that, drag screenshots of ads and posts that have been up or whatever you're looking at, bring it into Claude and ask it what their thoughts are. So what's Claude's thoughts? And you should have notes down on 5 to 10. Now, the final question that should come up on all of your interviews, no matter what, is do you have any questions for us? And if this doesn't come up, you should bring it up and you should say, I have questions for you. If your questions are, what are my holidays? How much am I getting paid? Stupid questions like that. That is not what I'm thinking about. Never ask them questions on an interview. You want to ask questions that make you seem like and make you come across that you're interested in getting started, you're interested in how you are perceived in the workplace, and you're interested in making an impact straight away. So, what do them questions look like? You should have a list of questions that you're going to ask once you're in the interview. So, another question is, why are you hiring now? What was the need? Did somebody leave? Are we growing as a team? Is there any reason why we want to go onto this platform or we're looking to improve this platform or this side of our marketing? Are we looking to release some new products? So understanding where you actually fit into the business is something that should be of interest to you. So how do I fit into this machine and how can I best impact it? So why am I being hired at the minute? Another question you should ask is, what problems are you actually looking for me to solve? The last thing that I can recommend in terms of questions to ask here is about the software. So do you have a budget in place for the software? Recommend a couple of platforms, ask if they're using any platforms currently. If they list